Welcome to Kyle Lab, presented by AgKnocks. My name is Tom Ag, and I'm joined by AgJack and Cowdog Clay. As always, we appreciate you for listening. Please be sure to follow at AgKnocks on X, Instagram, and TikTok for all of our daily content. And the Aggies are still number 3 in the first official CFP rankings. Who cares? We're still 9-4.
Let me just say, Mark Rhodes and the CFP committee are haters, clearly. They are making points that contradict themselves constantly. I mean, look, whatever. 3 seed is actually like a pretty good pathway to the national championship, and I don't care. But just the principle of them saying, oh, yeah, we're looking at them versus Indiana, and we think Indiana's defense is better, and we think Indiana's offense is better. And also A&M was playing a freshman quarterback this week, so we took that into account. Motherfucker, Indiana was playing a freshman quarterback at Penn State and won on a miracle play to finish the game.
Yeah, I don't get it. I'm not sure what a team could do in our position right now to jump up in the CFP rankings. I mean, you could look at Ohio State and say, I don't think Ohio State has what we have. Whenever you look at the CFP's metrics that they look at, they don't have what we have. We should be the number 1 team. But even Ohio State going down to Indiana is not a real team. That's a guaranteed playoff win for whoever plays them. I'll stand on that too, and I'll be here day 1 for whenever they lose in the first round. But overall, it's just like it's all media bullshit at this point.
I think the most important part is more so that we are on the side with Indiana rather than Ohio State.
Exactly.
Or at least just, not the Ohio State side. Which
we're not getting compared to Ohio State. We're getting compared to Indiana.
Yeah.
That should tell you everything you need to hear.
Yeah. And also, Mark Rhodes is an Indiana guy.
Indiana.
What?
I think they're up in Indiana just to make them look better because the Big Ten's not. I don't think it's that good especially this year. I don't think there's anybody really that great other than Ohio State. Maybe Oregon's better than people think they are, but they lost to Indiana. I don't know. It seems like they're trying to conflate that SEC bias to have a Big Ten bias, but
yeah.
I saw some guy on Twitter. I saw some guy on Twitter today comparing like SEC and Big Ten teams, and he was saying that Iowa and Ole Miss are the same, and it's like, no, they're not. You know,
that's crazy.
He's like, the stats don't lie. Iowa is Ole Miss. It's like Ole Miss would probably, if the game's at Iowa, it'll be closer. But I mean, if it's at in Oxford, I think Ole Miss would beat the brakes off.
You know, I would say that if it was Alabama, Georgia, or Texas that had the same thing that we did, Texas hasn't done shit in the last 20 years, 25 years almost. They would all be ranked number 1 right now.
Yeah, it feels like they hate us. I mean, Ohio State's really good. I feel like Ohio State might be better than last year. Like, this is a conversation that people are talking about. That doesn't mean that they're going to win the national championship. It probably means that they're going to be in it. But let's just get there. The whole point is, like, let's get there and then see what happens that night. But anyways, Mark Rhodes, he's an Indiana graduate. So every time he goes on and talks about it after the fact, he just sounds like a fucking idiot. I don't care. I don't care about the actual ranking. It's just like, if you're going to have this reasoning, you have to make it sound smarter than what you're saying, because you're making us lose faith in the process if you guys can't have a reasonable explanation for the way that you're ranking the teams.
Again, it's all media bullshit.
Let's move on. So Aggies obviously kick the shit out of Missouri at Missouri. Fetty Wap them 17-38. Man, this was an interesting game, to say the least. We kind of predicted the way this was going to go exactly. You stop the run, you make Matt Zollers beat you, and he was horrific. 7 for 22, 77 yards, 3.5 yards per attempt, and a 17.4 QBR. That is just horrific. So then people like Mark Rhodes will point to, well, hold on, you gave up 207 rushing yards. Jamal Roberts over 100 yards. Ahmad Hardy over 100 yards. I think half of their rushing yards came on like 2 plays. So, yeah, we gave up a couple big chunks, and our defense has done that throughout the year. But overall, we've hunkered down, and we've made the plays when we need to.
I mean, we walked all over that Mizzou team. I do think, the freshman quarterback has to do some of it. But, even we went into halftime with a 14-point lead. We shut them out, which we should have done. We had 14 points in half, and you went into halftime, and I literally thought this is about to be a bloodbath coming out of halftime, because Elko is going to come out with second half adjustments against anybody.
Let's
And
talk about
go ahead.
that first half. Let's just talk about it, because we even said, like, this is a game where it feels like if you get up 2 scores, it's going to be too much for them to overcome. And that was exactly why we felt like, hey, 14-0 at halftime, it's a bloodbath. So kind of a slow start, felt like the Auburn game. We were doing a lot of quick game stuff. Missouri, shout out their defensive line. Their defensive line is really good, really talented group. So we kind of struggled. We end up going down the field. We get that touchdown to ABR. ABR's been balling out. It's a good throw, good catch by Marcel and ABR. And then we have Cassius Howell coming around the edge, gets a strip sack. That was a huge play that kind of stopped Missouri's momentum. After that, we have a play, another short yardage situation where we bring in EJ Smith, and that guy just falls forward and gets the yard where you need him. That was super important
He
throughout.
got a lot of early playing time.
Yeah, and he's coming in situationally where
He runs pissed off, just like what y'all hear old Tony say. Our running backs are playing with some criminal intent.
yeah, Tony Catalina interview coming up. He had a lot of awesome things to say. So yeah, I mean, it's like when EJ Smith comes in the game, you kind of know it's short yardage. He's getting the ball and he's just gonna run somebody over and get that yard. It's like the old thing about the fullbacks. Like, if you need 2 yards, EJ Smith will get you 3. If you need 5 yards, EJ Smith will get you 3. But I do think EJ Smith is starting to look like a real contributor, and I love when he gets in the game. So
It's interesting, wasn't he like a kind of a quicker guy at Stanford before he transferred anyway? Like, 'cause he wasn't like a power back kind of before, or am I just completely wrong?
no, I think you're right.
Golly.
No, it's like the Moffitt effect, dude. Like, all these guys are just strong now.
And also,
EJ looks bigger.
didn't
Yeah,
He
EJ
kind of looks like a
transfer
big dude
portal?
now.
Whatever, not important. But yeah, EJ's bigger. His jump cut is. I talk about it all the time. The dude covers a full yard and a half with one move. I agree with you, Jack. He's making strides when it comes to contributions.
Breaking news, it sounds like Trump just signed a bill, so the government shutdown just ended. So that's cool.
Wow.
I thought it ended already.
Only,
did.
yeah, right, dude.
I don't know.
People gotta get their Doritos, and
Dude, the thing I was worried about is the flight situation. That seemed pretty fucked up. But anyways, back on topic. Penalties were an issue in the first half. We were just kind of doing stupid shit. Offsides, giving them opportunities, false starts, stuff like that. It was just killing us. We had 8 penalties for 65 yards in this game. That's really the only complaint we have right before halftime. Allers trying to push the ball downfield. Poor kid. He was just in hell all day long. Damian Sanford. Dude, I mean, I don't want to say it's a good thing that Scooby got hurt. It's not. And Scooby's important for us. He's a great veteran linebacker, good dab for 3 linebacker packages. Damian Sanford getting an opportunity has been so huge for our defense. Flies around and makes plays every game. He gets in there, gets the strip sack. It magically floats into Dalton Brooks's like neck crease, and he had no choice but to catch it, and just runs it all the way down to the 1-yard line. EJ Smith punches it in with 20 seconds left. That's how we ended the half. So that's where we got to, hey, this game's over pretty much from that point forward.
And also ending the half on that play, basically. Like, that was insane to watch. For those who didn't see this play, I don't know how you haven't seen it at this point, but if you didn't see it, strip sack, ball comes out of the hand, and the ball wasn't in the air for a half second before it just floats into Dalton Brooks's hands. It was crazy. Like, it was like, here you go. It was a gift. Absolute gift. But
Yeah.
great way.
Well, get out of the second half, or start the second half. Marcel makes that check at the line of scrimmage. I don't remember if it was 3rd or 4th down. It was like an important down. And kind of saw that Missouri was going to send the house on it, checked into that screen, gets it out quick, accurate to KCC. And I mean, he's just the man, dude. Casey Concepcion just takes it, and he can make those. He's the type of guy on our team that's made the huge difference for our offense of like taking screens and taking slants and just going, or like getting that extra 7 yards to get a first down.
The rack guy, him, Craver. I mean, all of our guys are turning their yards after the catch guys. But dude, what I will say about KCC is he just feels like he's always open.
Yeah. I mean, he's just an absolute beast. Like, all around great receiver. Just, he's got speed. He'll go up and get it. He'll come back to the ball. He's a possession receiver. Like, he does everything. He makes guys miss. It's kind of crazy. So let's talk about Damian Sanford again here. 5 tackles, sack, 2 tackles for loss. Dude was flying around making plays all game long. Like, just what a fucking revelation it's been to just insert him into the defense.
Dude, we got another one. You
Another.
remember at the beginning of the season when we were real worried about like, oh, dude, we always have been spoiled. Like, we always have like a first round defensive tackle or defensive end on our team. And it's feeling like we got some absolute dogs at every position. And we
I
didn't
mean,
even
dude,
know it yet.
Tyler Onyedem, Cassius Howell, Dalton Brooks had a huge game. So let's talk about that. So we give up a long kickoff return, some bad penalties on the drive. Missouri gets their first score. 6:50 left in third quarter. Still feels like the game's in control, but momentum's moving to Missouri. Their crowd's a little into it. Then we start that next drive. It looks like we basically go 3 and out, which would have been terrible. And Elko pulls out the fake punt, just beautifully executed, snaps it to Dalton Brooks. Dalton Brooks looks like a fucking running back, takes it 48 yards, basically changes the entire game because it looks like we're going to punt back. They have momentum. Who knows? They get it to 21-14. It's a different game. Instead, we flip the field, keep the ball, go up 24-7 after a Randy Bond field goal.
And real quick on that, it's actually really, really fucking important that we ran that fake punt against Mizzou. I don't know if y'all have been paying attention, but our punt unit is not the highlight of our team this year. We've given up 2 blocked punts. So by going up there and faking a punt in that scenario, now teams are going to be thinking, what if they do it again?
Yeah.
So instead of having guys come off the edge as fast as they possibly can, they're going to be taking a second to take a look at where the ball's getting snapped to before they go. That second of hesitation is going to lead to less block punts.
I'm pretty sure Elko said something about that, how they were seeing exotic like punt block packages against them. And he just saw an opportunity where they overloaded one side and he was like, all right, fuck you. We're just going to run it right at it. And I mean, it's that easy. So now people aren't going to fuck with us. And, maybe they're not going to load up one side and have an opportunity to block our punts. So at the very least, that play kind of gives us a shield from having any more bullshit punt blocks.
Hopefully.
Wasn't that like our first fake punt in like 20 years or something too?
I don't know.
Or some crazy
I
stat.
think it was.
saw
I
some,
think I saw that on the TV.
yeah, some crazy stat that we hadn't faked a punt in 20 years. It's just kind of ridiculous.
That's like a totally the Elko effect of like, we haven't done XYZ in 20 to 90 years. And now, so fast forward, Missouri gets down, kicks another field goal, and then we get the ball back and Ruben Owens busts a 57-yard touchdown, pretty much body bag, just ends it from that point, 31-10. Missouri gets one back, and then we go down and score again. We had that ABR fumble that put us in another position where it looked like we were going to blow them out and finish it off before the Ruben Owens touchdown.
Yeah.
The ABR fumble sucks. But other than that, I mean, great game.
They did exactly what they were supposed to do. With that freshman quarterback, Mizzou's a bad team. They went in and they beat the shit out of them, which is what good teams do to bad teams. Simple as that.
I think our biggest
Mizzou's getting
concern.
desperate.
What's up?
So Mizzou's getting desperate. They were throwing lob balls for pass interference all second half.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Is like
Was that
all these.
targeting Des?
What?
They're
was-
going after Riggs.
Yeah, they were going after Riggs. They were
Still,
trying
like,
to beat high school.
I mean, that's still like a very relevant thing that has been happening since, was it Florida or a week before Florida, maybe?
Yeah. But
I mean, teams are going to do it, but
I
Go
do
ahead.
think that Elko's got it in his bag to, when the moment is right, bait somebody into that and then have like a hidden safety rollover last second bang. Arch Manning, sorry, buddy. You should have thrown that ball.
dude, Arch Manning gets trucked to the ground by like Cassius Howell on a block for a pick 6.
Exactly.
Yeah. God.
Another game, I felt like Colin Klein called a great game and adjusted to what was working based on the opponent's strengths. Like, he knew that the D line was strong. We ran quick game. We wore them down and then ran the ball at the end when we needed to. Dude, he's just been calling good games. He's been getting the most out of this team.
It's been pretty
as
good.
the number one Colin Klein hater, I gotta say, yeah, boy's been in his bag the last couple of weeks.
So where are we at on a Mike Elko extension? Cow Dog, we haven't heard your take on this.
I mean, he's probably going to get one. I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with it. What is he at right now? How many years? 4?
I think probably like 2 more.
Yeah. I mean, I see it happening. So, I mean, I wouldn't hate it. And we already know we can pay a buyout if everything went bad.
Oh, dude. I noticed this the other day. The Saudi Aramco released that they were going to cut production in oil leading up, like they're forecasting production cuts, right? The last time this happened, do y'all want to take a guess?
So the gas crisis of the 1970s?
No.
No, I
It
don't
would
know.
have been at the end of October in 2023.
Wow.
We got a hell of a check from one of the chairmen of Saudi Aramco on the field for Mississippi State that time. You know, Elko may be getting his bag pretty soon.
It's crazy just going back to the box score. 7 guys had a carry, and that includes Dalton Brooks, so that doesn't really count. But the fact that we are handing it off to Craver, we're handing it off to KCC, we're handing it off to Morrow, EJ Smith, Ruben Owens. Ruben Owens, 13 carries, 102 yards, 2 touchdowns. We hit him from all angles. I know we just keep saying this, but it's just like,
Dude,
man.
we've never had this. We have never had a team make us feel this way.
And we're still getting Le'Veon Moss back.
And we're still getting Le'Veon Moss back.
We're going to talk about that with Tony Catalina, but the fact that we're injecting a player of that caliber back into this offense that's already humming and going and feels like the way that the offense is set up, it's not leaning on anybody in particular too much. It's everybody performs when they're called on and they're used in the right moments. They're used in the right ways. If we put Le'Veon into that rotation, it doesn't turn into, hey, we're going to force feed Le'Veon. It's okay. Le'Veon's going to get his when he gets his. And when he gets his, he's the best player on our offense. So,
do you know what it reminds me of? Do you know who was it that was like, well, if Le'Veon score, like then like somebody else, Ruben's got to get one or something like that. So I remember hearing that.
yeah.
And there's a very there's a famous ESPN 30 for 30 on this. I think it's actually Texas USC, where they're talking about the USC receivers. I can't remember who it was at the time, but it was like, yeah, if I caught one, I know he's going to catch one. And if he catches one, I know he's going to catch one. And it's like, that's nice to hear.
It's different, bro. Marcel, obviously, it wasn't like a crazy stat game, but he's the man. And we're going to talk about that with Tony a lot, but he's just developed into such a great decision maker, leader, and dependable quarterback. It's been great to see. So, all right, let's move on. We've got South Carolina next. And I think the line opened at what, 16 and a half?
It was either 16 or and a half or 17.
So right now, as it stands, it's 19 and a half. A&M is favored by 19 and a half points at Kyle Field against South Carolina, a team that whooped our ass and basically ruined our season last year. What do you guys think?
23 missed tackles, revenge game. The 19 and a half is crazy.
It's a big number.
That's like, hearing that would make somebody want to just take South Carolina, right? I don't know. What do you feel about, like, logically speaking, if you're betting right now, take your A&M bias out of it, you see 19 and a half in a conference game.
It's a lot of points, but man.
Yeah, I don't know. We might cover. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I really do like A&M the way they've been playing. Like, it's just,
I wouldn't mind us winning in an ugly game this week. Here's here's my like hottish take. I wouldn't mind if we go out and get a little bit humbled in the first half. I wouldn't mind if South Carolina, Lenora Sellers goes out and looks like South Carolina last year against us. The thing I want to see is them come back out of it and still win, obviously. But the media is high on us. We are high on us. We are so high on us. Like, we haven't feared a game in like 3 weeks. That's wrong. We got to get humbled, bro. If we get humbled before going into Austin, before going into the hopefully SEC championship game, before hopefully going into the CFP, we're going to go a long way.
I don't know if we have to get humbled. I mean,
they kept it close with Bama.
I'm saying maybe not
gave them a
humbled.
scare.
I want people to doubt us.
I don't.
All
Because then the CFP context is like literally the eye test. So we don't want people to be like, oh, they played close to South Carolina. South Carolina's lost 4 games in a row. They just fired their offensive coordinator. Sellers, I don't know why he said this, but it's another bulletin board thing where he said Kyle Fields just a night environment or whatever. It's like, dude, everyone, it's going to be 11 a.m. It's our last home SEC game. Like, people are very excited about this team. You are going to see the wrath of hell in front of
It's
you.
$211 a ticket.
And that was more. Like,
It might be more now.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I mean, just win. We just got to win. Just stay with that mentality. Like, don't, no rat poison bullshit. But I don't think, like, I trust this team now, dude. I trust Elko. Like, I trust their preparation and the way that they go about their business and the way they've been talking about this game. They know what happened last year and they take it personally. I just continue to feel very confident about this team. I don't know.
Dude, do you ever think like the South Carolina players hearing that, they're like, God damn it. Just like 1 week. Like, please.
So, I mean, Sellers, obviously a mobile quarterback. We've struggled against mobile quarterbacks under Elko and this year included with like Taylor Green, that whole situation. This is an offense that struggled. Our defense has gotten criticized by the CFP committee. It's a really important game for us to go out and contain a mobile quarterback. I think that it's a good test for getting ready for Texas. And we're going to have to beat guys like this if we're going to win a title.
We're basically, yeah, I mean, you're facing like, I still think Lenore Sellers is probably one of the most talented quarterbacks in college football. He just has nothing around him to support him.
Yep. But guys like that can put a team on their back at any moment,
Lagway. That's another one.
Right. Let's call somebody out.
What happened last week?
Last week, you called out ABR, scores the opening touchdown, but also fumbled. So mixed bag. I called out Elko. I said, go get this freshman quarterback. And he did. 7 for 22. He fumbled twice. It's been interesting. I feel like our defense has not gotten a lot of interceptions this year.
I was thinking the same thing. I've been trying to like recall an interception.
Yeah.
Been more
Kind of.
stats and tackles for a loss than anything.
Yeah, it's a lot of like grungy front seven stuff, but I would like to see us get. Did they count the Zollers thing as an interception or was it a fumble? It was a fumble.
That's a
right?
fumble.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't know, but I called out Elko and he came through against freshman quarterback and he, defense did a good job outside of a couple long runs and they got a couple pick returns on us. And we had a couple bad penalties, but just clean that shit up. Billy
we have 2 interceptions on the year total.
That's
2.
crazy.
Dude, that's got to be some kind of record.
2 interceptions and 9 fumbles.
So we're fucking due for interceptions.
Oh, well, 9 fumbles, only 6 recovered.
We have 8 turnovers and we're undefeated?
It's because we've been so good on third down. Forced a lot of punts. But damn, dude, if we had some turnover luck in the postseason run,
we would be blowing teams out.
Yeah. Oh, God damn it, dude. There's more stuff that just is like, this is happening. Billy took Torian York. I think York had a pretty decent game. Shrek had Jamarian Morrow. He didn't really do too much in that game. So let's do it again. Let's call somebody out.
Did I take anybody?
Yeah, we said ABR.
Oh, that's right. The mixed bag.
Yeah.
All right, Clay, you're up first.
I'll call out Randy Bond. Looking at all of the stats of the team right now, Randy Bond is 3 from 50 plus. So let's see Randy make one.
From 50 plus?
Yeah. Make a 50-yarder, Randy. Maybe you'll get some respect back.
I agree. I'm still very concerned about Randy coming up in a big spot.
Dude, we just talked about getting more interceptions and how blowing teams out, but like, damn, we could miss a field goal too.
Yeah, we can't leave it up to fucking Randy. Like that's
he's 10 of 15 on the year, and he's missed 2 from 40 to 49, and he's 0 for 3.
See, some professors are around that 67 up. That's a C. C is for career. You keep it up, Randy.
Has made all of his extra points though, so good job, Randy, in that. I guess
I'm gonna say Ruben Owens. This is basically probably Ruben's last chance as the starter against a real opponent to ball the fuck out. South Carolina's defense has struggled against the run, and Ruben's gonna have a lot of opportunities because I know that our game plan is gonna be run the ball right at this team, and it might be between him and Marcel, might be EJ Smith mixed into it, but Ruben's gonna be the guy leading the charge, and I'd like to see him. I don't want this like attrition stuff where he just breaks a run at the end of the game. Like I want him pounding it all game long. Like I want to get it started where it's like Ruben Owens, big chunk runs, come out here and get it done, dude.
Just like There goes Owens again. Owens for 8. Owens again for 6. Owens for 14. It's like, yo, I feel like
Ruben's averaging 6 yards a carry statistically.
I think he's like more of like a home run threat than like the consistent get you yards guy, you know? And I want to see him like finish forward, like make guys miss, stuff like that.
yeah. Call somebody out. I'm going to call somebody out who's been getting a few more snaps on the defensive side of the ball. We need more interceptions. We've seen this guy make interceptions before. I don't know how many. He's played for us for a while. Give me Tyreek Chappelle. Chappelle's been seeing the field a little bit more. I'm not sure what the case is. Maybe playing a little bit more nickel. I don't know. But the thing about Chappelle is the ball does seem to find whatever side of the field he's on. And I think that, Lenore Sellers puts a ball up, maybe on the run to the right side. You got the nickel playing in like a cloud or covering the sideline, swipes over, gets his feet in bounds, and there's our interception.
Like it. Tyreek Chappelle, Elko gave him the defensive player of the game last game. Said he did a really good job shadowing the tight end, had that TFL. It was a huge play. So yeah, he's been balling out. All right, let's get into scoring predictions and bold predictions. Last week, Shrek 34-24 Aggies. He thought an offensive lineman would score a touchdown. We had a moment on the goal line where we thought they might set it up. They did not. So we had the 38-17. Billy was 31 A&M. Under 100 passing yards for Missouri and 3 interceptions. So he did get the under 100 passing yards. We don't even have 3 interceptions on the season. Fucking crazy. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Tom Ag 52-6 with 3 special teams touchdowns. What? I had 42-13 with Cassius Howell, 2 strip sacks and a touchdown. Cassius Howell almost had this strip sack recovered at the first time around, and then I thought he almost got the second one where it went to Dalton Brooks and almost turned into a touchdown, but not quite. All right, what do we got?
Give me A&M 34, South Carolina 13, 31, 13, 13, not 34, 13.
So right at 18.
Yep.
What's the bold prediction?
Bold prediction is EJ Smith catches 2 touchdown passes.
Wow. Cannot see that happening. I don't know if he's 5'2".
No, yeah, unless it's just like Marcel running for his life on like a pass block for EJ.
All right, Cowdog, what you got?
I'm going to go 41-24. Say they get a garbage time Teddy. Won't feel that close, but they're going to get under that 19 or get – I think that 19's really big.
Yeah. What's your boldie?
Bold prediction. I'm going to say Randy Bond makes a 50-yarder. I feel like that's pretty bold.
I mean, it hadn't happened. It is technically bold.
I want to look at his career stats.
That actually counts as a bold prediction. All right. I'm going to say, man, our 40-point streak got broken up this week. We could have gotten it. We took a knee where we were in field goal range. So technically, it didn't die. We're 38 points a game over the past 5 games or whatever it is. I think that we get back to 40. I think that this offense is a fucking machine. I think South Carolina is really bad, and they're not going to match up well against us. The only thing that they could do to keep us from scoring is just having long Sellers drives. Which hopefully our defense is going to be motivated, wrap them up, and take care of business. I'm going to take the Aggies 44-16. And
we are blowing the total out with y'all's predictions.
Yep, that's right. I've done it every time. My bold prediction is that last time, how many missed tackles did we have?
Either 23 or 26.
I'm going to say 0 missed tackles for the defense and mosquitoes and 220 plus rushing yards for Ruben Owens.
Yeah, damn. Randy Bonds had a weird career kicking from 50 plus. 2023, he was 5 of 6 from 50. Every other year, he sucks.
That's crazy. That makes no sense. All right, so that was bold predictions. Let's get into Texas Hate Minute. They are playing Georgia this week. Their fans suck. Everybody knows this. I got to read a text exchange from my high school group that I got this week.
Okay, go on.
Okay. So unprompted, we aren't even talking about A&M. We're not gloating. It's like half and half A&M and Texas people in this group text, and the Texas guys suck. One of them sends a tweet that says Texas A&M 6-0 in the SEC. 4 SEC schools that fired their head coach. Today's opponent played with the third string true freshman quarterback. Next week's opponent 1-6 in the SEC fired its offensive coordinator, offensive line coach. And then the other UT guy goes, I wasn't going to say anything, but I was definitely thinking it. I'm still not impressed or believing in A&M. The schedule has been comical outside of Notre Dame, which is that even impressive win? UT is the only real test, in my opinion. Would take money with something that they don't win 2+ games in the playoffs. Which, first of all, winning 2+ games in the playoffs is going to the national championship, you fucking moron. Then he
They
said,
haven't done that shit.
definitely better A&M than years past. They are good for sure, but not buying into top 3 or even top 10. And then the other guy comes in and says, couldn't have said it better. Can't wait to play y'all. And I woke up at 1 a.m. to pee, and I read that, and it made my blood boil, and I couldn't go back to sleep, which I don't like to admit, but just fuels the fire, man. Like, we can't overlook South Carolina, but we need to fucking win that game, dude.
They can't help themselves, dude.
They're the worst.
They're in shambles right now.
Yeah, the world is literally crashing down.
Hopefully Georgia beats the brakes off of them. That'd be funny.
So I hope so. I hate them so much. So let's go to silly season. What do we got? We got rumors about Arkansas.
Oh yeah. I got a decent account I follow on X. Let me look it up. But while I look it up, so basically, they're saying James Franklin. Which, if that's the case, good for them. We just locked down a half decade of wins.
Why would James Franklin pick Arkansas, I guess is my question.
Vanderbilt?
No, Auburn. I would pick Auburn or Florida if they were
Auburn's
calling
getting
me.
Jimbo.
Auburn's going to get Jimbo, you think?
That's been talked about.
Is that a rumor?
Okay, so I was talking about this yesterday with somebody. I think as an A&M fan, if 2 of these SEC teams were to hire Dabo and Jimbo, would that not be like the best case scenario for us?
I think so. Like, you're talking about like the antiquated way of non-NIL ball. And that's why these guys are losers now. It would be, I think, even if it's Franklin, bro, if it's Franklin, like if it's any of the guys you named, Dabo, Jimbo, or Franklin, it's a half decade of winning again.
Did Franklin have any notable wins at Vanderbilt?
I think he went 6-6. Yeah, I think he got them bowl eligible.
And that was how he did their job.
I think so.
Damn. I don't know, man. The coaching cycle is going to be one of the most crazy ones that we've ever seen. And it should be very interesting. The
one I'm worried about is Kiffin to LSU.
I don't think he's going to leave. I think it's just
I thought he was getting a bag from Ole Miss.
I don't know if Ole Miss can give him a bag. LSU. So here's the deal with LSU. LSU is currently trying to get out of Kelly's buyout.
Yeah.
I think everybody's heard that, right? You know why? Go look at the state of Louisiana, bro. Let's see if they've issued any more bonds. Bro, they can't even afford this guy's buyout. They're fucked. They're so fucked.
The Netflix documentary that's going to come out of this is going to be unbelievable.
It's classic Louisiana.
Just tired eyed, like sitting on a bar stool, like giving an interview.
I mean, what if they were just fucked? Like, what if that's the point we were at in college football where the LSU just ran out of money? They're fucked. Like, there's no way that they can figure it out. It's over.
I mean,
somebody would figure it out. They'd corrupt it under the table. Some booster give them some money.
Yeah,
it's very Louisiana how they're handling this.
It's giving.
But I didn't know James Franklin went 9-4 his last 2 seasons at Vanderbilt, like back to back. Yeah, I had no idea.
All right, so real quick before we get to our Tony Catalina interview, we got an Aggie Hoops update. Cowdog, you been watching Aggie Hoops?
I have not seen a game yet.
No, okay. Buckyball started off pretty hot. They then went on to play Oklahoma State and lost 87-63. So it's going to be a process for sure. They don't really have the horses yet, but we'll see, man.
I did see they scored 100 points, and so that's a win. When's the last time we scored 100 points in a game?
Right. I think they've already scored more 90+ games than like Buzz had in 5 years, or we're like halfway there already.
And speaking of Buzz,
he's going to get run out of Maryland so fast, dude. They already hate him.
Yeah. Dude, they are what was that comment? Like, I'm tired of watching this 70-point slop. This isn't college basketball or something like that. It was like game 3.
Yeah, the Maryland fans are already out on Buzz. They lost their opener for the first time in like 40 years at home. So yeah, I mean that's what honestly, like I kind of feel bad for them because we were making fun of them. They were like, "Yeah, we know we were not happy that we hired Buzz," and it's like, "Oh yeah, I guess we're both in the same boat here." All right, let's get to Tony Catalina. Great interview with this guy.